Good morning. One thing we'll have to deal with until we die is temptation. You say, well, I get old, I won't be tempted for anything. Well, you're talking about lust or whatever, but there'll be other temptations. The temptation to be afraid to die. All kinds of temptations. I remember going to a senior citizens home one time, and the lady there, she said, don't stand next to her. None of us like her. And it doesn't matter where you go. There's sin. And so here's the point. How do we deal with temptation successfully? First of all, we have to recognize that all temptation is not the same. The Bible tells us we deal with the flesh, we deal with the world, we deal with Satan and his demons. Those three things are coming against us. And so I think discerning that particular avenue of attack is important. And so, first of all, somebody says, well, I'm just not that kind of, I don't think that much. I don't have any bad thoughts. Well, you just had one, pride. But Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 1. Hamlet's talking to Ophelia. And he says, why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent honest. But yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my beck, and I love this, than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do, crawling between heaven and earth? We are errant knaves, all. Believe none of us. You hit it, Shakespeare. In the heart of man, the Bible tells us, there's none good, no, not one. That our hearts are deceitfully wicked above all things. That they just, because of our inheritance from Adam, and then we're not in Adam anymore, we're in Christ. But this sin that remains in our body, we're going to deal with, and particularly in the flesh. And so, how do I deal with that? Christ, he said, when Satan tempted Christ, he said, turn these stones into bread. He told him what is normal for you, eating, the natural desires of life that we come in contact with, sex, all those things that would tempt us out of a fleshly desire that have to do with just natural urges in life, anger, anxiety, all of these. He says to do what? In 1 Corinthians 6:18, flee immorality. Now this is so important. We're going to deal with the other ones in different ways. But when it comes to the flesh, brother, you're not strong enough to deal with it. Don't even try to deal with it. You run straight into the arms of Christ. The longer you stay, you'll be like a David. You'll stand on that porch and watch Bathsheba until you make a big mistake. You'll be like Samson in the arms of Delilah. Not fleeing. You look at Joseph. He dropped his garment and ran out when Potiphar's wife tried to seduce him. There's only one solution for the temptation to the flesh. That's to flee it. Change locality is the answer to that temptation. You don't stay in it. Only God is strong enough to do that. We've all seen Forrest Gump. What is the famous saying in that? Run, Forrest, run. Run, Forrest, run. When I'm tempted in the flesh, sometimes I can't leave the locality, but I can leave in my mind, and I can run into the arms of God. And I can say, God, this temptation is too big for me. It's too strong for me. I can't overcome this anger that I have towards my sister-in-law. I can't overcome this thing over here. I can't overcome this lust, this temptation, this maybe it's gluttony. I just need to eat all the time. Whatever it is of the flesh. Run into the arms of God. And when you're with him, you're safe. When I was a little kid, guys would be chasing me or something. I'd run straight to the house. My dad had happened to be out on the porch, 6'2", 235 pounds. Buddy, I'd get right around his knees. I didn't have to worry about people chasing me anymore. You run into the arms of God, and the demons that cried out in fear when he was there, your tempters will flee. Flee the lust of the flesh, and God will put you in a strong place. God bless you. Have a great day.